babies. How are we? Y'all ready to be fed and watered? Okay. Hi. So these girls are almost 2 weeks old now, and I wanted to do an update. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I know. I wanted to show you how much they've grown. They're getting so big and healthy. Hi, babies. Okay. So at 1 week, I traded their little waterer for a big waterer, and I still had the rocks in the bottom here so that they couldn't get wet. I traded that in because they started drinking more, and I wanted them to have water at all times. That was at week 1. The whole week I kept the pebbles in the bottom, or rocks, and now almost at week 2 they don't have the rocks anymore because they're so big, as you could see as me holding them, that they're big enough they're not going to be able to get in there as easily as they was. So also, the second light was only for extreme cold temperatures that got into the teens or single digits here in the last week or so, and it's only ran at night. This light, if you can remember, was down on the bottom, and we have raised it already also because they just don't need it. This box keeps it really nice and warm in there, and I noticed that they was going towards the back of the box, which means they was too warm. So we raised the light, and that was also at the end of the first week. Every day, I just rinse their watering container. I rinse their watering container out. I fill it with fresh water. This is every day. And here in the last day or so, I've noticed I'm going to have to give them water twice a day in this 1 gallon water. They've been going through 1.5 of these a day of feed. Now that week 1 is over with, we no longer put the water in the feed. They don't need it. They know that this is their feeder, and that's where they go to. But now that they're so big, look. Oh, hi babies. Now that they are so big, I'm going to put a different feeder in there for them because they're so big. So every day I put in fresh bedding. I just put it down on top of whatever is in there already, because ducks are messy and they do use a lot of water and they splash a lot of water. So we want to make sure this stays dry as possible so they can stay as warm as possible. In the last almost 2 weeks, I've only used this much of a thing of bedding, and the chickens are being loud this morning, aren't they, duckies? putting down fresh bedding every day, we're also making sure that they stay as clean as possible. And as you can see, it's okay. Apart from being held anyways, they're very friendly ducks. They hear my voice and they come running. Yeah, you're so warm. There you go. I'm sorry. Okay, they're looking for their food and water. Put the water as close as I can to the heat. Now using one of these feeders, I fill it up, I close the lid, and then I top it back off so they can get used to it. There they are, playing in the water. And also, if your box is not completely level, you want to make sure your spout is on the uphill just a tad so that it doesn't run water all the time into that and just leak everywhere. Yeah, for the most part, the ducks are doing great. Haven't lost any more, which is wonderful. We haven't gone through a whole bag of feed yet, which is awesome, and we haven't gone through a whole bag of shavings yet. And they're almost 2 weeks old. It stays pretty well protected in here. This solid box is great for this brooder. We've used this for many years, and nothing can get into them, and they can't get out, which protects them. And like I said, they have an area back there where there's no heat lamp. They can get back there if they get too hot, and that also protects them. So they was thirsty ducks, so I'm going to have to make sure I fill this up in the morning and the evening just to make sure they stay on food and water. And sitting here making sure that they know the new feeder, and they've already been to the new feeder, so we're good. These are all supposed to be females, and as you can see, they've almost outgrown their box. And that's going to keep running, but don't level it. One thing you want to make sure about these waters, if they're not level, they'll just keep running. The water will run right out. And you don't want that. Alright. Well, I knew this video wouldn't be very long, but I wanted to give you the steps that we took to ensure that they was healthy and happy birds at 1 week, and they're almost 2 weeks old now. You can see how much they've grown. A lot of them are bigger than the others, but well, hopefully they're all females because that's what we paid for. And pretty soon you'll see these 9 little ducks running around outside in the fresh air where they've intended to be. Hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me on the duck update. Oh, come here. You're not going to let me grab them. Thanks for joining me on the duck update. I hope y'all have a great day and y'all come back.